Cooperation with North Korea. It's pernicious in its cooperation with other states that are, if you will, sustaining and championing nuclear proliferation. You will not have peace in the Middle East until the Iranian role in supporting Hezbollah and Hamas is re-examined. So from the point of view of the most hard-headed, even so, if you were Henry Kissinger, one's view ought to be that the change of regime in Iran is central to reestablishing stability in the Middle East and preventing the kind of spiraling nuclear proliferation that has now become so dangerous. So I would just put up 3 questions. I'm just throwing them out there. Question 1, should the U.S. in fact withdraw all its troops from Iraq as long as Ashraf is under threat? Secondly, should the oil companies do business in Iraq so long as Ashraf citizens are mistreated? We discovered that in regard to Iran, that oil sanctions are quite effective. Oil companies have headquarters. They have chief executive officers. They are indeed somewhat sensitive to public opinion. And one could query whether indeed one should do business in Iraq so long as the regime is mistreating Ashraf. I'm not advocating anything, but I'm saying it's a question that each person here could examine and look at the effective means of change. And third, should oil companies do business in Iran so long as the Iranian regime continues to oppress its people and develop nuclear weapons? There has been a movement to create a regime of gasoline sanctions against Iran to try to change the mullah's behavior. But certainly it should turn as much on the human rights of Iranian citizens as it does on the issues of nuclear proliferation. It must be very hard-headed about the fate that will await them if the situation remains and the U.S. withdraws. And I'm not putting this as a question to Governor Dean, but I do think it's one that would give all of us pause. So think economy and think in the kind of larger isolation that can encompass a regime that behaves so badly. It should not be a